Here's something that surprised me last week. Somebody told me their package showed delivered, but it wasn't at their door, and they said, and I hear this all the time, my order hasn't arrived. That seems right, doesn't it? But here's the problem. When you say, my order hasn't arrived, the customer service agent thinks, okay, it's still in transit, it's coming, but that's not the situation. The situation is, it shows delivered. That's a completely different problem. And you need completely different phrases to get help.
Oh, wow. I've definitely said my order hasn't arrived before. I had no idea that was wrong.
It's not wrong exactly, it's just not accurate. And when you're talking to customer service, accuracy is everything. They have scripts, they have systems. If you say hasn't arrived, they check tracking, see it shows delivered, and they think package theft or delivery error. But they won't know that unless you tell them correctly.
Okay, I'm taking notes. What should I say instead?
Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
So, Leo, imagine this. You ordered something online. It's Tuesday. The tracking says delivered at 2:10 at 7 p.m. on Monday. You were home all day. Nobody knocked. Nothing at the door. What do you say when you call customer service?
I didn't get my package?
Better. But still, a native speaker would say something more specific. Let me give you the exact phrase. Ready?
Ready.
Hi, my tracking number shows delivered, but I never received the package.
Oh, shows delivered. That's the key.
Exactly. It shows delivered. That's 3 words that change everything. When you say shows delivered, the customer service agent instantly understands the situation. They don't need to ask clarifying questions. They know this is a delivery issue, not a shipping delay, and they have a specific process for this.
Shows delivered. I'm repeating that to myself. So if I want to be extra clear, I could say my tracking number shows delivered, but I never received the package. That's the full sentence?
Perfect. Now, let me give you the second key phrase. What happens when the agent asks you to check with neighbors, check around the house, check with your building manager?
I'd say I checked, and it's not there.
Very natural. But here's the native upgrade. I've already checked with my neighbors and around the property. There's no package anywhere.
I've already checked. Not I checked. I've already checked.
Yes, present perfect. Why? Because the checking is connected to right now. The result is still true, no package. So I've already checked sounds more complete, more thorough. It tells the agent I've done my part, now it's your turn.
That's smart. So the agent knows I'm not just lazy.
Exactly. Now here's the third phrase. This is the one most learners mess up. The agent says, we can open an investigation. It may take 7 to 10 business days. And you're thinking, that's too long. I want a refund now. What do you say?
Can I get a refund?
Almost. But that can sound a little demanding. In American customer service, we use a softer option. Ready?
Ready.
Is it possible to get a refund or a reshipment on this?
Is it possible to, instead of can I get?
Yes. Is it possible to is indirect. It's a request, not a demand. And that's important in American service culture. We want to be polite but clear. We don't demand, we ask. And we give the company options, refund or reshipment. You're saying, here are 2 solutions, pick one.
Okay, so let me practice. Is it possible to get a refund or a reshipment on this order?
Perfect. Tone matters too. Keep your voice calm. Not angry. Frustrated is okay, but angry shuts everything down.
Good tip. Okay, I can feel a real conversation coming. Can we run through a full call?
Absolutely. Let's do it. I'll be the customer service agent. You're the customer. We're calling about a package that shows delivered but isn't there.
All right, let me try.
Thank you for calling Quick Ship Customer Service. This is Maya. How can I help you today?
Hi, Maya. My tracking number shows delivered yesterday, but I never received the package.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me pull up your order. I see it was marked delivered at 2:17 p.m. Have you checked with your neighbors or anyone else in the building?
Yes, I've already checked with my neighbors and around my apartment. There's no package anywhere.
Okay, thank you for checking. We can open a delivery investigation. It typically takes 7 to 10 business days.
I understand. Is it possible to get a refund or a reshipment on this order instead of waiting for the investigation?
That's very natural. You handled that beautifully. Let me give you a little feedback. One thing, you said I understand. That's fine. But a native speaker might say, I understand that, or just, okay, I see. But your main request was perfect. Is it possible to get a refund or a reshipment? That was spot on.
Thanks. I felt good about it. But I want to ask, what if the agent says no? What do I say then?
Great question. Here's your fourth phrase. I understand your policy, but I'd really appreciate it if we could find another solution. Can you check with a supervisor?
I'd really appreciate it if we could. That's so polite.
It is. And in American English, politeness often gets you further than being pushy. I'd really appreciate it as a magic phrase. It signals respect, and asking for a supervisor isn't rude, as long as you ask nicely. Can you check with a supervisor? Not. Let me talk to your manager. That sounds angry. Can you check with a supervisor? Sounds cooperative.
This is gold. I feel like I could actually handle a customer service call now.
You could. And here's the thing, many of my students from different countries make the same mistake. Spanish speakers often say, I want a refund, because in Spanish, quiero un reembolso is totally normal. In English, I want sounds demanding. Arabic speakers sometimes use very direct language because the culture values directness. And Chinese speakers often say, my package hasn't arrived even when it shows delivered. Because the tracking status isn't the focus, the result is,
I've definitely done that. I say hasn't arrived because, well, it hasn't.
right. But remember, the agent needs to know the tracking status. Hasn't arrived could mean still in transit. Shows delivered means this is a delivery problem. Two different processes.
Okay, I'm gonna practice these 4 phrases all week. Let me repeat them. 1. My tracking number shows delivered, but I never received the package. 2. I've already checked with my neighbors and around the property. 3. Is it possible to get a refund or a reshipment? 4. I'd really appreciate it if we could find another solution. Can you check with a supervisor?
You remembered them all, and that's exactly what we want you to do. Now, here's your challenge for today. I want you to imagine you ordered a pair of shoes. The tracking says delivered. You check everywhere, nothing. Write your opening sentence to customer service in the comments. Use shows delivered. I'll reply to the first 10 comments and give you feedback.
And while you're writing that, here's something I want you to remember. Today's takeaway sentence, is it possible to, is always softer than can I. Use it when you want something from customer service.
That's the rule for today. Swap can I get a refund for is it possible to get a refund instantly more natural. And if you want to sound even better, add or a reshipment to give them options.
If this episode helped you, do us a favor, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this episode with a friend who's learning English. Every subscription helps us make more episodes like this one.
And don't forget, leave your customer service sentence in the comments. We read every single one. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode of Speak Like a Native.
Keep practicing. Your package might be lost, but your English doesn't have to be.
That's a good one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.